All right, 18 greens. We're going to do our second tutorial, which is setting up the clubs in your bag and doing some club targeting. All right, this is kind of how we left it last time. We've got some driver data in there. We've got our min-max. I don't know why I'm at 9% here. We'll drop it down back to 0, back to sea level. Go back to our launch data. Grab our driver. We've got our data in here. There's some, remember I went and turned off all the stuff that had a bad smash factor. One thing you do too, when you don't want to do include, you can just get rid of the data too. Swipe right, delete, it's instantaneous. So I'm just going to delete a few of these guys just to show you. All right, so they're gone. They're not even in the list anymore. There's one at the bottom. Oh, and I fixed that fat-fingered smash factor too. So there's all our good smash factor, our good stuff. So now we're going to go and set up our bag. I'm going to click My Clubs. I'm going to do Show All. And I'm going to set up for my bag. I do 5 wood. I've got a 4 hybrid. I've got a 4 iron, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I've got pitching wedge. Not a 15 iron, pitching wedge. Gap. And the sand wedge is all I track. Show my clubs, make sure I got them all. So driver, 5 wood, 4 iron, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks good. With your clubs, you can also choose your wedges by degrees of loft if you want. I think I have AG in there, AW for that old standard. And then if you want to track your lob wedge, you can. No big deal. All right, next step that we're going to look at is setting up some targets. So I'm going to set up some targets on my driver because it's kind of the one I know the best. I don't have targets really for these for my other clubs because I've been writing this application. I haven't really gotten out and hit a bunch of balls. So for my driver, I want my club speed around 107. That's kind of my goal. Like a ball speed around 100, 160. That gives me a smash somewhere around 1.48, 1.49, 1.5. At sea level, I want to carry the ball 175. At altitude, I want to carry it at 185. And I did the kind of like this so that I know sea level and then I know what I want at my current elevation. So I'm going to hit done there. And we can go back to our launch data. Like before, we could show our standard deviation, which will show our standard deviation of our data set. And then we can also show targets. The target's going to pop up here and show that, hey, my ball speed wasn't quite what I wanted on there. Pretty decent standard deviation on there, so I need to kind of tighten that up. Club speed was pretty good standard deviation. And then my smash factor was a little low with 1.48. Sometimes if you're using range balls, your smash factor can be upwards of 5 thousandths off, so 0.05. So keep that in mind too when you're out there banging balls, that if you're in a range with some old balls, your smash and your ball speed might be a smidge off what they would if you're hitting the balls you usually play with. So now if we go back out to distances, remember that I have put in the rest of my clubs that I want, so those are going to show up too. And we don't need the headers anymore, so I'm going to turn off the header. And then what's really nice is I can show my targets. So I have targets in for my irons and my woods just because I know what distances I'm trying to hit. So my driver at sea level, I want to hit 275, a little low at 267. What's going to bump up the elevation, and I'm still a little low on my elevation goal. So that is showing that. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to import some data just so that this data isn't so. We'll go over this in the next video. We'll pull up this guy, and now I should have some data in for a few other clubs that I have. So I didn't hit 5 irons, 7 irons. I think I just hit my even irons. So based on this data, you can kind of see that I'm kind of close to my goals on a lot of these. Maybe not so much with the hybrid. 4 iron was good. 6 iron was pretty good. Maybe in the middle. I'll bump up to 5% again. So really dead on the 6 iron. Pretty good on the 4 iron. Hybrid, little shy. But where I really did kind of poorly is getting my distances on my short irons. So I need to go work on those. And as I get more data, I will update my targets on those guys. Because right now all I have for my irons is just the carry, because I don't really know what club speed I'm looking at or what ball speed I'm looking at just yet. Not sure after I have a few more sessions I'll kind of dial that in and get that in there. All right, that pretty much sums up setting up your clubs, setting up some targets to shoot towards. These targets can be what you kind of worked to and you're trying to groove that, or something you're trying to get towards. So maybe your club speed's 5 shy of this and you want to get from 102 to 107 or something like that. You can put that in there and work towards your goals. So this entry form, as soon as you type it, it takes effect. So if you put something weird in there, it'll stay in there. They're free form, so you can put anything you want in there. It just, you kind of have limited room on the top of these headers. All right. Our next video is going to be bulk import of data. It's going to be a rather long video, but hopefully you'll come watch it and see how easy it is to get data in, get data out, and really play around with things. So we will see you then.